So, Michael, tell me about the process that you use to interview your guests. Because I listened to a few bits of a couple of different episodes, and you definitely seem to have a method that you utilize.
I ask questions. Honestly, I just go with the flow. Sometimes I'll have like some set questions that I'll try to go back to with a certain person. Like I've got a Christian horror author coming up, so that's very interesting. And then in his writing, he actually uses an atheist as the main character and a Christian as the bad guy who's baptizing people and then killing them immediately. And it sounds to me like he works out his problems with religion through this atheist character. So stuff like that, definitely going to have a certain questions and whatnot. But a lot of it, I see what they stand for, what they've said previously on other things, and just wing it. You know, I mean, what do you believe? Why do you believe it? And it usually starts a great conversation, and they never know what they're going to say.
Well, I'm going to give you a compliment, and I don't do that. I don't give compliments that often. You seem to be really good in the pocket. You seem to be really good in the moment. And when someone says something crazy or something that you don't agree with, you are able to pivot, and in a very polite way, using that wonderful voice you have, you're able to challenge them without sounding like you're a dick.
I appreciate
Not losing your shit like me, I think is what he's trying to say. But carry on.
I've lost my shit a few times. Let me tell you. I just get so frustrated. It's like I can't even handle this person right now.
You want to talk about a time that you lost your shit? You want to talk about a moment that happened?
There's
how you keep it.
There's a few. Well, keep it, man. I don't know. Emotional. I get emotional on the show sometimes. Like these pastors, you know. Like I talked to one. He thought his kid died because. So God could save somebody, send them to heaven or some shit. Like, it was so horrible. Like I can't even imagine. As a father, you know, you put yourself in that situation, and it's hard. It's definitely difficult sometimes. Or when they try and defend slavery, I get pissed. Like I get pissed off it. What do you mean? It doesn't make any sense. Oh my God, man. But yeah, you know, I try and keep my cool. I try and keep them on the phone. I've had a lot of people hang up on me. So.
Oh yeah, dude. Right? Yeah.
Try and keep them on as much as possible. Civil.
Do you think you change any of your guests' minds in any small way?
I can't say for sure. I know listeners. I've definitely helped out some listeners with that. But as far as guests, I think I changed one for the negative. I accidentally, well, not accidentally, but I labeled his show Almost an Atheist. He got pretty upset about that. So really? I think that pushed him farther away, if anything. So my bad. Not intentional. It was just a good title.
Let's say that I'm a Christian minister or a Christian author. You send me an email inviting me on your show. What does it say?
Basically just a rundown of the show. I talk to religious leaders across the globe, blah, blah, blah. I think you make a great guest. Here's why. Here's what I want to know why you believe and what you believe and why you believe, essentially. So, I mean, I used to have the word atheist in there.
Yes.
But that turned off so many people. Like I would just get rejections and hate mail. I was like, okay, this isn't working. So I'm not going to put the word atheist in there. I'm just going to leave that part out. But I mean, it explains, you know, where I'm coming from and what I'm doing. It just doesn't use the word atheist. I feel that has a negative effect on Christians for some reason.
Sure, definitely. I can see that because I was just wondering. It's when guests come on your show, they're kind of like in the gauntlet, right? They are there and they have to perform, and a lot of people aren't used to that kind of. They're used to getting a free pass, right?
Yeah. Not here. You're not going to get a free pass on VSW.
Right. Do you have guests that come on and say, "Oh, I didn't expect this"?
All the time. The thing is, they read they don't even read what I say. They get, "Oh, you're the host of The Bible Says What?" Great. I love the Bible. Let's go on that show. And they have no idea because they don't read it. I put links and everything, and at least half of them have no clue. And then they're like, "Oh, wait a minute. This is not what I wanted to do."
Michael, what would you say is the role of mental illness in faith?
There's definitely some. There's definitely some people I've talked to that are a little scary.
Scary in what way?
Scary that they find genocide and whatever God does as a good thing, as a beneficial thing, as something that'll teach everybody. So if you suffer, it's good. It's good for you. Mother Teresa stuff. I think that's very scary.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people, not a lot, well, a lot, but not as much. But there are definitely some that if they didn't have this religion, they would not be very good people. Like if they didn't have this God keeping them in check, they'd go out and do things that people shouldn't be doing. And that's scary. That's scary.
And that's common for people who are like sociopaths, for an example. They need some kind of external law, external rules to keep them in check, because otherwise they would just be doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, they'll tell me about cars flying. I was in my car and Jesus talked to me and he levitated it, and that's how I know it's real. And stuff like that. It's like, there's no way. I'm sorry.